So today we are looking at your stroke for the first time. Um, you indicated that you had a lot of problems swimming, so I was pleasantly surprised when I actually saw you swimming because you have a very good rhythm and a very high comfort level with the water. Um, the first things I think that I noticed was one, that you were really crossing over on your stroke. Um, you were dropping your arm, your leading arm on extension when you were breathing, kind of pressing down, turning your head a little bit later than I would like um, when you're breathing, and you're balancing some with your kick. Um, so those are the first initial things. Obviously, I'm going to break those down for you, but I did get a lot of video so that you can really see what I'm looking at. So one, when you breathe, you're really pressing down there versus holding that leading arm extension. And you can see that you're pressing down because the bubbles are going up, which isn't really an ideal place to be, and it then causes you to really balance with your kick, which isn't something that you want to be doing. You want really to use your kick more for propulsion. Also, I'd like to see you really looking down at the bottom of the pool when you're swimming, keeping your chin down a little bit. That'll help you keep your hips up. All of the things where I have the still shots, I'll actually send those to you separately. Here you can see when you're swimming, you typically are entering a little bit across the center line, and you're coming across the center line under your body, which is something that we can definitely work on, and will help speed you up when we get a better position. I think the next thing coming up is breathing late. There you can see what an awkward position that is, and until you really do slow motion and look at your actual kick, you can't see it. But I think here from overhead is the best view. Typically, you really want to be swimming straight. Here, when you enter across that center line, you can see how bent your body is. You can also see that you're bending your knees a little bit more than I would like you to when you're kicking, instead of really kicking from the hip and keeping those legs almost straight to really make your whole body straight in the water. So that's something that I don't think will be that difficult to fix. We talked about playing billiards so that you're actually putting your right hand to the right pocket or the right corner of your lane and the left hand to the left. Here you see really how much that impacts your entire stroke and your kick as well. So the next part I'm doing from above the water. So I talked about keeping your hand under your elbow at all points in your stroke. Here you can see how your arm, your lower arm, is actually above your elbow for a lot of this, which isn't giving you any real recovery, which you definitely need when you're swimming longer distances. So we did the magic marker drill and we did the fingertip drag drill for that. It'll just help you actually get recovery during recovery. So you have lots of different elements of your stroke that you can work on and clean up, but I feel like because you have such a good cadence and just nice turnover, really pretty good body position, that with making a few little changes, you're really going to see a lot of improvement. Here, just looking at straight on under the water, you can see that your elbows need to come out more. We need your arm bent a little bit earlier in the stroke. Typically, you like to push down. You've got great extension. I just want you pulling back, which you typically do at about your shoulder. But I'd like to stop that downward motion with your leading arm in order to give you a lot more speed and power in the water. We did the drill where you got out of the pool by crossing your arms over, and then the other one when they were by your sides and your elbows were out, which definitely showed you where your power is. So I think you have lots of good improvements to come, and I hope this video helps you really see what you need to do.